All right, we're on Chullin Perek Chet Mishnah Gimel, third Mishnah in the 8th chapter of Masechet Chullin. So we've learned until now, we've learned the idea of what's called, let's see if I can move it down here. We've learned the idea of Bitul B'Shishim. Bitul B'Shishim literally means that you negate something 1 in 60. If there's 60 times, if there's a ratio of 1 to 60 of Isur to Heter, then it's Batil, then it's negated, then there's no time, you can't taste it anymore, it's gone. Okay? But what happens if something falls into one piece inside a larger soup pot? Says the Mishnah, Tipat Chalav, if I have a drop of milk, and and the milk falls, I've got this big pot of beef stew, okay? And the milk falls, so Nafa ala Chaticha. Okay, and there's a piece of meat sticking out. You can imagine there's a piece of meat sticking out of the stew. Okay, and okay, you have to use your imagination here. I got the meat, I got the pot, and I got the piece of meat sticking out of the meat stew. Okay, and so I'm cooking my stew, and the meat's sticking out, the meat's coming out. Oh, you can see the meat's coming out, the meat's sticking out. And I got milk, and the drop of milk falls on the piece. Okay, so it says the Mishnah. Im yesh ba benotein tam ba'ota chaticha asur. If the milk has enough, if the drop of milk or the however much milk I poured, oh my God, like I poured the milk, it has been notain tam, if it can infuse taste, be'ota chaticha, on that piece, on this piece of meat, then asur, then the whole piece of meat is asur, and therefore, now, are there 60 times a piece of meat in this pot? No. Meaning, the question is like this, if I poured into the pot a little drop, you'd say, oh, there's 60 times meat, the drop is batel in this thing. But it's not batel on the piece of meat. So if it only falls on the chaticha, on the piece, and there's no tam of milk on that piece, then the piece is asur. It says about Tanura. Okay, then miyad ne'eser chaticha, the piece becomes asur, and then the oseret chaverta, that piece now becomes asur. It prohibits its friends. V'tzarich shishim keneged kol chaticha. You need 60 for this whole sponge piece of theoretical meat. But on the other hand, let's say it fell on this piece, but it's while you were stirring the whole thing, you stirred the pot. Then asur. Then the whole pot is only asur if the amount of milk I put in was no tam in the whole kedera, in the whole pot. Okay, so that's what the bartender says. If higis ba miyad, if you stir, the hagis means to stir immediately. Kodem shekibla chaticha tam min hatipa, before the piece can become infused, meaning before the piece itself can become asur, and then can transfer its taste on everything else. Nonetheless, you stir the pot, and then the whole pot is mixed together. Then near takteira, then the hashta now. Then that drop of milk got mixed in with everything, and therefore you need 60 for the pot and not for the piece. So the question is, does the piece become asur and then it transfers its taste to the whole pot, or is it the whole pot at one time? How much time? That's why you have rabbis. Kechal is the udder. So the udder is a fascinating problem because the udder is meat that's infused with milk. Says the Mishnah, Kor'o umotziet chalavo. You have to tear it up, you cut it, length and width, and you have to remove the milk. Lo kira'o, and then you're allowed to cook it, because otherwise you're literally cooking meat with milk infused inside of it. Lo kara'o, if you didn't tear it up, eino over alav, you don't violate an isur. The Bartanura says, the Gemara talks about if you didn't do it, eino over alav, okay, im bishlo levado, if you just cooked it alone, umutar la'asor ken afilu lechatchila. Even lechatchila, you're permitted. You're supposed to cut it up, tear it up. We don't eat udder. I've never seen it eaten, but I imagine it's got milk in it. Okay. Ella, I did buy the meat. The seifa of the Mishnah. The second part of the Mishnah about a lay. We're going to learn about the heart muscle. Okay. There's an isur here. There's no isur at all. Okay. And if you cooked it, that's if you cooked it alone. If you cook it with other meat, then you have a problem of the milk, the bitul b'shishim. Anyway, kcha, that's the udder. Kor'o motziat chalavo, you have to cut it up and you have to tear it up and remove its milk. Lo kira'o, if you didn't tear it up, eino over alav. You're even allowed to cook it alone. Imagine it's interesting what it would taste like, because it's a piece of meat, with milk inside of it. Halev, the heart muscle, it had blood inside of it. Kor'o umotzi damo. Again, you have to cut it up. You have to cut it before, and then you have to remove the blood, and then you're allowed to cook it. Lo kira'o, if you didn't tear it up, eino over alav. You're not over. So this Gemara says that's not 100% true. Lo kira'o eino over alav. Where are we? About the lev. Okay. Lo kira'o eino over alav. The Gemara says liot b'karet. There's an issue of eating dam. There's a prohibition of eating blood. So if you eat it kazayit of blood, you're chayav karet. If you didn't tear up the heart, you're not violating an isur karet. Umasachet kritut, in the Masachet kritut, it's talking about lev of she'en b'damo kazayit. This can only talking about the heart of a bird where the blood is in the kazayit. Ava b'lei behema chayav karet im achlo v'lo karo lachar bishalo. If you ate the heart without tearing it up and removing the blood, okay, then you're chayav karet because you ate blood that's in isur karet. On the other hand, okay, and so that's why that's why it's over alav, but lo kra'o in over alav. The Gemara comes along and says basically yes, over alav, and this is only talking about a certain kind of heart where it's not chayav karet, but it's certainly isur deoraita. Last part of the Mishnah, it's actually a repeat of Ma'aleh to of imagvina ala shulchan. If you put chicken or birds, fowl, with cheese, with a milk product on the same table, eino over below ta'aseh. You didn't violate an isur lo ta'aseh, an isur deoraita. Says the Bartuda, what it means? Eino yachol lavo lidei lo ta'aseh. You can never come to an otaseh. You don't have to worry about that because even if you ate them together, cheese and chicken is only an isur derabanan. We'll stop here. Dedicate our learning. To memory of my father, Harav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.